It's Allison from PCM, and we're here with JoJo for the second night of the tour in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Alright, so congratulations on the new single, Disaster.
Thank you.
Yesterday was a huge day for you, with it releasing on iTunes and the kickoff of the tour.
Yes.
So how does it feel to be fully underway with releasing new music and getting back in touch with the fans?
It's what I've been working for years, so I'm so excited. And the fact that it kind of all happened yesterday with the release of Disaster on iTunes and kicking off the tour, and the fact that it was in my hometown of Boston and all my family and friends were there. Needless to say, I was an emotional wreck, so it was great.
So Disaster's great. Can we expect a music video for it anytime soon?
Yes, I'm actually flying back home to, well, my home right now, but flying back to LA next week to shoot the video. So excited.
Any ideas for it? Do you know what you're doing for it?
Yes, but I'm going to keep that under wraps.
Great. So, you also have this album coming out soon, right? Early next year, I think I heard?
Yes,
Jumping Trains. And I know that you've talked about it, but can you explain the title, the significance of the title?
Sure. Well, when you think about actually jumping trains, like freight hopping, it's scary, it's exhilarating, it's risky, but if you make it, it's worth the risk. So that's kind of the feeling that I wanted to encapsulate with this album. And it's also that there's a song on the record called Jumping Trains, which is one of my favorites, which I wrote and is very close to my heart. And it's about leaving a relationship because you can't just be someone's girl. You're more than that. So it's kind of about empowerment and about exploring the world and about, making your mark and figuring out, how you can make your waves felt in this ocean. And so Jumping Trains is a very poignant title for me.
Great. And so as a whole, what can fans expect from the album?
I like to describe the sound as pop with anger management problem. It's edgy, it's aggressive, but yet and still it is met with transparency and vulnerability, and it's not an angry album in a sense. It's just a little rough around the edges. So it's just like me, I like to have the juxtapose of the soft with the hard, and that's what you get here on the record.
Now it's only day 2 of this incredible lineup.
I feel like it's been a lot longer.
You have Jonas, Jay Sean, and you?
Yes.
Jonas, lots of Jays. Can you talk a little bit about how the lineup came to be?
Sure. My manager and I heard about the tour, and I was like, man, it's gonna be fun. And I've known Joe for a long time, and just made a few phone calls, and basically within a few days I was on the tour as well. So really great, and I think it's a great fit. I love to be representing for the girls, and I believe in these guys as performers so much, and I'm having a great time so far.
I was just going to say, you are representing for the ladies.
I am.
How was that? How are you up to that challenge?
So fun. I'm so up for it. Tonight in Philly, I felt a great connection with the girls. I looked out and saw a sea of females, and I was like, let's pump our fists, let's do this.
And you did just finish your set. So when you're getting on stage, what's going through your mind just before you take the stage?
Well, I really needed to go to the bathroom. I needed to go number 1, but I couldn't because I was wearing tights and a leotard and little shorts and heels. And I was like, darn it, I gotta wait till I get off stage. So really what I think about before I go, I pray with my band and my team, and then I kind of just center and be by myself, and I just tell myself, it doesn't serve you to be nervous. Do what you've worked your whole life for. I used to get very nervous, but now it's more of something that I just ease into.
And how about the moment you get off stage?
The moment I get off stage, I'm relieved, but I'm exhilarated, and I want to go run on a treadmill. It's really weird.
Great. And you have such an amazing voice, and there's so much passion behind it when you're singing.
Thank you.
And so when you're singing your older songs that you wrote when you were like 13, 15, do they get imbued with a new meaning for you now that you're seeing them, as a young woman?
Great question. Yes, the songs do take on new meaning. Like even Too Little Too Late. I have a lot more attitude when I sing that now, and I kind of laugh things off. Like when I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, is it in Too Little Too Late? I said, now you want to communicate? I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just a little more, I guess, jaded in the sense of what I bring to the lyric. As opposed to when I was 15, I was like, now you want to communicate? Oh, like, now, it just feels more like I'm living it, I'm owning it. So it does take on a bit of a new connotation.
So how do you prepare for a tour? Are there certain things that you can't live without on the road?
Yes, there are a few things I can't live without. My team is just incredible, airtight, love them, wouldn't be able to function a day without them. Also, certain items, like I need extra virgin olive oil. I shoot at least one capsule before I perform. I've maybe shot like 3 today of just capsules of extra virgin olive oil, and it just coats. Some people eat potato chips for the same reason, but I'm just gonna go straight to the source with the oil. I also like apple cider vinegar. It's a great antiseptic for the throat. I need hot tea, throat coat. I need music. I need my phone. I need books, and really that's it.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
And now, are there any memorable experiences for you from a previous time you've been in Philadelphia?
I really, really like Philly. I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I mean, look at what's behind me. This is my kind of town. This is my kind of city. It's so artsy, and there's so much soul, and I love the small streets, and it's a colonial city, just like Boston, which is, my favorite city. And it's just so cool. There's just cool cats here. I just love it. And I'm trying to think of a great memory here. I mean, years ago I came here with my band, and we went shopping. I don't know, what's the name of this street?
South Street.
South Street. We went shopping on South Street. And it's so cool. And we ate at Johnny Rockets. And I think we went to Ishkabibbles, which is where I got a cheesesteak today. And I just love it. I just love the soul of Philly. I really do.
You had a really good Philly experience.
I had a really great Philly experience.
So obviously the album and the tour and the music are the focus of your attention right now. But do you expect to see yourself getting back into acting someday?
Yeah, definitely someday. I really love to act. It's been on my mind recently, but definitely putting my attention and focus into this album because I've worked so hard on it, and I really want to make sure that I can promote it in the right way and really give it all my attention and energy. But in the future, absolutely. Definitely want to act.
Awesome. That's great to hear. So our site is Pop Culture Madness. So we love all things pop culture. Sounds like you do too.
Yeah.
Books, movies, you got everything going. So are there any aspects right now of pop culture that you just can't get enough of?
Okay, I really love the Real Housewives thing that's happening. Beverly Hills is my favorite. Because I live so close to Beverly Hills that a lot of the places that they go to, or a lot of just their characteristics, I'm like, oh, I know those women. I see them walking around, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I love it. Love Real Housewives, love the Bravo programming, and that's kind of my obsession.
Great. How about anything you can't get away from soon enough?
Anything I can't get away from soon enough? I think I'm ready for like mindless dance music to kind of make its way out. It's fun, but some of it is really, really just like kind of insulting, to be honest. So.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you have books, you read books
Yes.
before you need them on tour. Any recommendations? Any good reads?
Right now I'm reading, I have this problem where I start books and I don't really finish them, but I'll finish them like down the line eventually. So right now I'm trying to finish Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. And I'm also reading this book that me and my girlfriends are reading together called Sex and Soul of a Woman, which is like just a book that my friend Denise picked up for 2 other girlfriends, and we're reading. So.
Great. So, here's a fun question. If the album, Jumping Trains, coming album, were to be the soundtrack for a film, what would the film be like?
Oh gosh. The film would be ups and downs. It would definitely be starring a young woman in her, early 20s. The album's quite autobiographical in a sense, without naming names. It's not as like Taylor Swift names names. I just get real specific with my writing, but leaving that out. So it would be, about a girl who is finding herself, who makes mistakes, who goes, oh my God, why did I do that? And then, but I did it again. What? And then it's like, hey, but I'm victorious. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna make my mark on the world. And then she does, and then that's what the movie would be about.
Great, sounds like a good movie. It's a good CD. So after this tour, what does the rest of the year look like for you?
After this tour, it looks like I'll be, doing some more tour dates. And oh my God, there's a huge rat.
Oh my gosh.
It's massive. Hey, Philly. Now I know what's in the cheesesteaks. It makes it so yummy. Just kidding. Yeah, I'll be doing some more tour dates, shooting more videos, and touring internationally, promoting internationally, and then probably top of the year the album will be released, and then I'll get back in the studio and do it all again.
Great. And so, what's the best way for fans to stay up to date with you?
Best way is to follow me on Twitter, which is JoJo is the way. I'm dumb and irreverent, and over analytical and I just say whatever I'm thinking. So, you know, slice of my mind right there.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for talking with me, Snake.
Thank
Do you
you.
have a final message for the viewers of Pop Culture Madness and your fans?
Sure, Pop Culture Madness, thank you so much for rocking with me. I love Philly, had a great time tonight. So, you know, keep up with me on tour, JoJo is the way, and hopefully I'll see you on the road.